Alright, we are live now. Live once again. This time we are going to stick with the live stream here. This is the same event that we were talking about earlier today. Severe weather coverage for the Chicagoland area. Joey has seen a nice anvil cloud up north in Oshkosh, but that is basically it. We do have a mesoscale discussion issued for western Wisconsin. This will eventually include parts of the Chicagoland this evening. We're going to stay live with this the entire way. We have 2 tornado warnings in Iowa. We're going to talk about those because there is a movement towards Chicago. But we have a mesoscale discussion up north, 2 severe thunderstorm watches to our west. 3 severe thunderstorm watches. 1 to the west, 1 to the northwest, and 1 to the north. Joey is in this what do you call this? This area, the northern severe thunderstorm watch box there. No storms obviously formed yet. The Area Storm Prediction Center is going to come out with their 7 o'clock outlook, the 0100 outlook here in just a couple minutes. Because it is almost 7 o'clock here. And we're just going to be watching all these storms. There was a confirmed tornado north of Des Moines earlier, north of Marshalltown. Very skinny rope tornado. And I just lost the... What? Okay. Hopefully we don't have problems with this, but earlier it was basically just talking about what could happen. Now this time we're going to watch what's going to happen. I lost the radar. We're going to get it back here in a second. I don't know. It says I have it. No, I don't. Lies. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes this thing likes to hate me. As previous live streams. It says it's connected. Get it. Yeah, I might be having Wi-Fi issues here. Alright. So it says it's connected here. I don't have it. So there were 2 tornado warnings. There's a million severe thunderstorm warnings I could see. Actually, there's a couple tornado warnings up in Canada as well, but screw Canada. If you just joined the stream and you heard me say screw Canada, don't ask for context, please. This has happened many times before. That's why I prefer doing storm chases over this. So I lost the radar. We're going to get it back here. Hopefully. If not, I can always mirror it to my other screen here. Yeah, it says I have it connected. What's with that? Alright, anyway. While I figure this out, 2 tornado warnings. 1 west of Waterloo, 1 north of Waterloo. I am not too sure. I could pull, I believe... Okay, the one to the west of Waterloo had a tornado on it earlier. It was a skinny rope that pretty much did nothing. And the one to the north here, the one north of Waterloo, between Sumner and Waterloo, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Redlin, 8 miles east of Waverly, moving east at 15. So these are pretty slow-moving storms, and there was a confirmed funnel cloud with this storm as well. I can't see whether or not... it's going to be hard to tell how fast these are going to be moving, honestly. It said 15 miles an hour, but once everything congeals together, who knows how fast these are going to be moving. I'm trying to figure out why I can't get this radar to load. I don't know what's going on here. Keep trying to get it to work, and it just does not like me, apparently. So we'll figure something out here, hopefully. Otherwise, this live stream will be a waste. Hopefully not. So let's get this. Let's try this again. It says it's connected on my iPad here, and it's not showing up on the screen. I got a better idea. Big concert happening in Tinley Park. It's going to be called off before the headliners. Yeah, I mean, the rain, the storm itself, it should, I believe what it's going to do is, it should, like I said earlier, it should be between 9 and 2 a.m. tonight. It's honestly when I think the biggest severe weather chances are. But, I mean, these things look like they're starting to move a little bit faster. We also have another cell north of Dubuque in Wisconsin, southwest Wisconsin, near Boscobel. And we all know that town where I pronounced it Boscobel or however I pronounced it 2 years ago. There's a cell near there that's moving southeast. It's going to move into Chicagoland here in just a couple... honestly, within the next hour, I'd say. That is severe thunderstorm warning. Then you got the 2 tornado warnings off to the west. Please connect thing. It shows up on here. I don't know why it does not want to show up there. I think I got it. Yep, there it is. Hopefully it works. Come on. Cannot afford to do... it's doing this crap again. It's doing this crap again. Okay. It's... Okay, I see it connected to here. It's connected on my iPad. Screw it. We're going... Let's try on my other screen for now. Because I cannot figure out how to... I seriously cannot figure out how to get this connected back to the TV, or the monitor, excuse me. So we're going to try and connect it to my other display off to the left. See, it's there. So it's working. Maybe it's Wi-Fi problem I'm having. Instead of... Okay, we'll try this one more time. If this Wi-Fi that I'm about to connect to doesn't work, then we'll go to the other monitor, but I don't see the other one showing out here. Alright, so if it works on this, we'll just continue, I guess. So with that, like I said, 2 tornado warnings in Iowa. These will be moving towards Chicago. Still just a 2% tornado risk. There we go. Oh, Lord, that was a disaster. Alright, here we go. There's the radar. So there's that cell I was talking about in southern Wisconsin. That will be moving towards Chicago. The 2 tornado-warned storms near Waterloo. Honestly, the one in the western one looks like it'll probably be dropped soon. I have not seen what these look like. This one near Redland is rain wrap, so it's going to be pretty hard to see that. If you notice this this one off to the west, it does have a TVS on it, but I wouldn't trust what the radar scope says on here. But if you know somebody west of Waterloo, tell them that there's a tornado warning to their north and to their west. So if you know somebody at Waterloo, tell them this is near Parkersburg. So if you know somebody in this area, tell them you got 2 tornado warnings near the Waterloo area, but we're gonna get we'll do the tornado warning boxes. We'll do the warning boxes later on. If we let's actually look at velocity on these storms just to see how tight this rotation is. This is coming out of Des Moines radar. Looks to me the rotation for now. Rotation's at its tightest. Right, that's not a circle. Tornadoes rotation looks to be its tightest right there. There's a bag stuck on my foot. No, but that is where the tightest rotation is on radar, and in fact that warning was just dropped. Okay, maybe it wasn't. Okay, maybe that wasn't the rotation. But I don't see the rotation now, or the warning. In fact, both warnings have been dropped. Even though the one off to the west does still have a TVS. I guess I can restart the app. Let's try it again. So, we just see what we get here. Oh, it's gonna connect. Oh, wait. There it is. Connects. Okay, so yeah, so they have dropped both tornado warnings. All right, so there's no tornado warnings in the United States. There is 2 up in Canada, which nobody cares about Canada, so we're not gonna talk about it. So there's a severe thunderstorm warning north of Dubuque that's headed for Chicago. There's the stuff near Waterloo that's also headed for Chicago. And then we also have the stuff up north. So if Joey does decide to chase, and in fact, this thing, for now, looks to be moving this way toward Oshkosh, so he might go north. I'm just waiting to see what he'll tell me, and then I can always relay that information here. But enough about that for now, because we got the severe thunderstorm warning in the southwestern Wisconsin that's moving into the Chicagoland area in the next few minutes. There's also a severe thunderstorm watch that includes pretty much all of Wisconsin, west of I-41. So pretty much everywhere west of I-41, especially that north-south line as it goes through Oshkosh. Everything west of that's pretty much a severe thunderstorm watch for Wisconsin. And then the Chicagoland, again, sometime between 9 and 2 a.m. tonight is the biggest chances for severe weather in Chicagoland area. Let's take Milwaukee radar for this severe. This is the one we're going to be watching the most. I believe that is either 1 or 2 different separate warnings, but there is broad rotation. This radar is kind of far. It's out of Milwaukee. There is some broad rotation right in the backside of that storm. I'm not too sure whether or not that will go tornado warned or not. It just depends on if that rotation decides to get stronger or not. This is near the town of Ellenboro. This is, again, southwestern Wisconsin, just within the western severe thunderstorm watch box. And like I said, we had the 2 tornado warnings here earlier near Waterloo. Both tornado warnings have been dropped. So there's no tornado warnings in the United States for the time being. There's stuff in Canada, but we're not going to talk about that. That is not rotation, so don't worry about that. That is also not rotation, so don't worry about that. There could still be something near Dunkerton right there. That could possibly be some rotation. This is northeast of Waterloo. Again, this is all congealing into one line that is moving toward the Chicagoland area. Again, this is northwest of Chicago, but it's moving in a southeastern line where it's going to directly impact Chicagoland within the next 2 to 3 hours. That storm does still have a TVS that's coming out of the Des Moines radar, which is the closest radar to that storm, so it still has a TVS on it, but I wouldn't trust it. Usually, a lot of times, these things are a little bit wonky. So yeah, the Chicagoland, again, still nothing. Actually, the Des Moines radar is still picking up rotation on that Wisconsin storm, but that's it's out of the question. But again, the main one for now we got to watch is this Wisconsin one, just based on where this is going. Honestly, I think the closest radar. Let's take Davenport. If Davenport has some rotation, then we'll obviously watch it because it is pretty close. Yeah, this may go tornado warning just based on that. There is some sort of rotation in there. It's not strong, it's not tight, it's weak, it's broad. So there's nothing to worry about with it. Honestly, the way this models are running, there's two separate lines that we're going to be watching here. We got the stuff that I said earlier that was going through Minneapolis, the Twin Cities metro. That's headed for where Joey's at in Oshkosh. We can always relay information he gets from. I can always relay information from him. He was saying earlier that there still could be isolated supercells with this. He was expecting a tornado outbreak, a small end tornado outbreak like we saw on July 12 in Chicago. He was expecting something like that. Honestly, for the time being, I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is taking the 3Ks side on this event, honestly, NAM 3K. Even though HRRR or HER has had isolated supercells all over the place in Wisconsin. Luckily, we don't see anything like that right now. This is out of La Crosse radar here. Several severe thunderstorm warnings with these. This is still a very considerable distance from Oshkosh. For him, I highly doubt he'll chase today because it's going to be dark. There's a lot of trees, especially west of Oshkosh. There's a lot of trees, so you're not going to see much, and it's going to be winding. It's a winding mess. We'll just say that. So I don't honestly think. I mean, there's a chance he could. I mean, like right by the airport, he'll be fine. But I am honestly not too sure whether or not he's going to commit to storm chasing tonight. But honestly, it doesn't matter to me because we got this to worry about for now. He'll always let me know if he decides to go. So we still got to watch that Wisconsin storm, southern Wisconsin storm, because it does have some signs of broad rotation with it. This is from Chicago. This is about 155 miles to the northwest, but it is moving southeast towards Chicago. So once that thing crosses the Illinois state line, we're going to have to watch it very, very closely. Let me check something here. If that thing paused for a second, I apologize. Someone's telling me there's some rotation. Let me see what storm they're talking about. We can always relay some information on that. Okay, this storm. What radar is he out of? This is out of. Oh, okay. This is out of Omaha. Yeah, if it's out of Omaha, screw that. Wow, look at this. Look at this outflow boundary. That is pretty pronounced. I think once the storm starts hitting that, it's gonna do some ridiculous stuff. So, once again, the severe weather the chances of it are starting to pick up now. It's starting to get a little bit closer to that 9 o'clock time frame. In fact, there's a little isolated cell, according to whatever radar that is. there is a little bit of a cell just to the east of me. We also got this nice outflow boundary right here as well. And there's a tornado warning. Okay, there's 2 tornado warnings in Canada and a tornado warning north of Baltimore. Okay, so apparently we're turning into a national severe weather coverage. Oh, wow. No, I thought I heard thunder, but that storm is not. It's somebody mowing their lawn, of all things. Alright, let's close this up again. I don't think we're going to get any live shots out of this tonight because it's... Obviously, the thing's going to happen at night, and if I use the normal camera, it should be fine. So, but if I use the wide-angle thing, you're not going to see anything. So, we may get some live shots overnight, hopefully. We'll probably get some good storm structure. Hopefully, no tornadoes. Even though the tornado risk is still 2%, I do not expect a 5% to be issued just based on what time it is currently. But yeah, there's a small isolated cell just to the east of Batavia. This thing right here, it's moving pretty much toward the city. Nothing to worry about with that because that is, excuse me, it's just an isolated shower. Nothing too crazy to worry about here. So yeah, there's still a couple hours to go in terms of when the severe weather is happening, but we still have a few cells that are slowly making their way towards Chicago, so we definitely got to watch these. This thing, honestly, we may want to watch this considering where it's going. It looks like it will cross the state line near the town of Monroe. This thing may start to be wrapping up back here. If we take velocity, we'll show it. This may go tornado warned. In fact, yeah, it may go. This thing may go tornado warned. So we'll just talk about this one. There's a possible tornado warning. There's a storm with a rotation north of Dubuque. This would be about 25 miles north of Dubuque. It has some rotation with it. There's a hook forming on reflectivity. This thing may go tornado warned. Hopefully, it loses its tornado warning status before it reaches the Illinois state line. But this is headed for the Illinois state line, near the city of Monroe, Wisconsin, which is on the far southern side. It's northwest of Rockford by a considerable distance. But yeah, it looks like... but... Hang on a second. People keep nagging me about the severe weather stuff. Okay, so yeah, so we gotta definitely watch the storm closely because this obviously is starting to have some rotation that looks to be starting to wrap up. This is out of the Quad Cities radar. Let's take Milwaukee, and then eventually once this thing gets closer, it'll move towards Chicago. This thing, for the time being, the track it's taken looks like it'll miss Rockford to the south. If not, it will move pretty close. There's a lot of radar contamination here. I can still pick out some sort of rotation right in here. This will probably be the next tornado warned storm in the Midwest. That's for sure. So we'll stick with Quad Cities for now because this honestly is showing the best. And this thing is alone. There's a merger cell coming in from the south. Actually, this thing is moving south. So. But this is the storm we got to watch. It's isolated pretty much. There's a thing to the southwest, but, I mean, it's not going to overtake it. The environment today is just... Why use OBS? But this storm does have pretty significant rotation out of the Quad Cities, but obviously the Quad Cities radar is pretty far. So if it was closer, we'd definitely be able to see how good the rotation is. But that is starting to wrap up on the back side of this. This is near the town of Platteville. This is in, again, southwestern Wisconsin. As you can see, the rotation, I just realized there's no dual panel on that. Rotation here looks to be headed for the town of Belmont in southwestern Wisconsin. So, there it is. So yeah, the rotation here, approaching the town of Belmont. Once again, this is moving for the Illinois state line in northern Illinois. Will rain in Aurora? No, it will not. Or not, at least for another couple hours. Okay. Yeah, there's a small isolated shower east side of Batavia. We can look at this again. So there's not... again, there's still some spotty showers that are forming as this outflow boundary from the lake comes in. There's a couple showers forming here and there. But it's not going to be anything severe, unlike what we're going to get tonight. So this is honestly, it's just a small, brief shower thing. Don't even worry about it. Don't even think about it, because it's basically nothing. Let me fix this camera. I think that looks better. But once again, we got to watch that thing up north. If that thing goes tornado warned, that'll head right into Illinois. Which honestly, the rotation, the hook on this thing is starting to wrap around well. Yeah, you can obviously tell where the hook is. I'm talking about right here on the tail end. That if that thing starts to wrap around more south, it's gonna start to cause some problems. I believe this is the Quad Cities area of responsibility. I believe. Okay. So yeah, where that dot is, that's pretty much where the rotation's at. I haven't heard of any reports. But I told you I don't have a good computer that runs it. So okay, this is out of Milwaukee. Milwaukee is responsible for this area. Potato, yeah, that's what Joey calls it. He calls my slow computer a potato. Yeah, it's better than, listen, it's better. Okay, let me try and fix this glare. No, it's better than having the webcam, that's for sure, compared to July 12. If we had the webcam on July 12, you guys would still be complaining, so it doesn't even matter what I use. Honestly, this phone is better. I mean, if I open this, yeah, that's even worse. So, but don't worry, well, it's just, this screen is... Yeah, that was earlier. Okay, people, stop arguing. So, that wasn't even my school computer, it's my extra computer. So, either way, we gotta watch this. I don't know, this rotation is starting to become a little bit tighter in the Wisconsin storm, obviously. Okay, so the tornado warned storm earlier, that was north of Waterloo. The tornado warned storm that was north of Waterloo earlier has lost severe status. The ones to the west still has its severe thunderstorm tag. Obviously, all of these are moving for Chicago. And does that hook look stronger? No. Okay. But this thing, again, basically, there's nothing going into it. There's no, how do I say this? There's no merger cell that's going to come into the storm and make the storm even stronger than it already is. Yeah, please excuse it. Listen, I get it. The glare is bad. I can see it on my other monitor. At least it's not as bad as my infamous webcam from July 12. Would you guys rather... Oops. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have this? Just tell me. But either way, that rotation looks to be stronger. Once again, this hook, it's definitely had itself wrapping around it. It's definitely starting to wrap into itself, and it definitely does have the rotation tag on it. Let's go back to velocity. I can see it on the other panel I have on this thing, but you guys can't. The rotation right here. Quad Cities radar is basically due south of it. So basically, the rotation, if the red is on the right, looking at it from the radar, don't remind me. Okay. I'll give you guys a little bit of a lesson here. Let me try and work this out here. So, if the red is on the right, okay, so the radar is this dot down at the bottom. See this red dot right here? The radar is just behind that. the storm is up here. It's just I can't see it on my phone screen, but you guys can. The rotation's right there. If the red is on the right, if you're looking at the rotation from the point of view from the point of view of the radar, if the red is on the right side, that is cyclonic rotation. And if the green's on the left, obviously still cyclonic rotation, but it's flipped, anti-cyclonic rotation. So that's a little TED Talk from yours truly there. The rotation, once again, they have just issued another severe thunderstorm warning. I still no reports of any funnel clouds with this. There's only I see only 2 chasers on this. But that hook is definitely starting to wrap into itself now. This is about... Where this rotation's at, it's about 18 miles from the Illinois state line. So this is definitely something we will watch because of exactly where it's at. As it is moving toward Chicago, it's going to miss Rockford to the west and south. If this thing holds together for as long as it can. So once again, the rotation looks to be right over Platteville. It will not hit my house, just as of that, but the other stuff later on might. I said that July 12th, and luckily nothing did happen. But either way, this rotation, if this thing continues to wrap more into itself, we'll call a tornado warning on this because it's pretty pronounced at this point. Rotation, again, the radar is still pretty far from it, so it's not for sure whether or not there is an actual rotation. But let's take Milwaukee radar here for a second. It's also showing some sort of hook, but once again, I'm not using this one because look at all the purple stuff. The oh boy, that looks like a heart. That's the rotation you see right there. That would be your rotation, and I'm not even going to worry about showing velocity because pretty much every single bit of it is purple. So that's out of Milwaukee. This is going to be out of Quad Cities. Of course. I don't know why I can't just switch the radars without it doing that. Okay, so yeah, the Quad Cities is honestly the best radar to go for now. But this storm to its south is starting to disrupt the inflow winds into it because it's starting to extend a little bit off to the east, but it has to go all the way around there just to get some inflow. But if this storm, if it does decide to merge with that southern storm, we're going to have a little bit of a problem here. Doing something like that happening is not good for storms, especially if they have a possibility of a tornado forming with them. Either way, we gotta definitely watch this as it is moving closer. It looks like it'll cross the Illinois border near the town of South Wayne, near the town of Winslow. Eventually, it will miss Freeport to the north. I'm just gonna go down the line. It looks like it will barely miss Rockford to the west. And yeah, these cells are starting to blow up here, at least coming from the Quad Cities radar. Chicago's not gonna show much, honestly. Yeah, these are just showers. If I look to my north. Yeah, looking to my north, there's not really much with that. It's just a brief shower. These are not going to do anything severe, trust me. The severe stuff is definitely going to be later because that's where the storms are, I guess. Even Chicago is starting to pick up some rotation with this one as well. I believe if they decide to, if this thing decides to get a little bit stronger, I'd say within the next 10 minutes there could be a tornado warning with this cell. Because it is starting to become a little bit pronounced on this. So yeah, this thing is slow moving. It's barely moved within the last few scans. This has 2.25 inch diameter hill with it. Looks like it'll cross the Illinois border just a little bit after 8 o'clock. So that'll give you a good time frame. If it's continuing to move, it's moving at 21 knots. And 21 knots is... Okay. Okay, 21 knots that's moving at about 25 miles an hour southeast. But that is a pretty good looking storm. It's a super still, that's for sure. It's just definitely it's not tornado producing yet, which is probably a good thing. This part of Wisconsin has so many trees, you're not going to see a thing. But if that, we'll take velocity again. We'll stick with velocity. I can always switch back and forth. But the rotation, it's between the towns of Platteville and Belmont. Rotation would be right in there. I have not had, actually, this velocity scan is about 3 minutes old, so we'll just wait and see if we can get how many Big Macs, what? But how many Big Macs per bald eags is that? What? I don't get it. Okay, but either way, this rotation, the velocity thing is okay. There it is. Yeah, that's gonna be tornado warned. Yeah, that rotation. I mean, well, let's look at what velocity or excuse me, reflectivity says. I may have to start using correlation coefficient here in a second. If this thing were to update a little bit more, I believe that's at 709 the velocity. So this thing's just a tad bit behind. Not 708. I don't know. It's starting to look pretty interesting. So there could be a possible tornado warning on this cell here between the towns of Platteville and Belmont, and there is lightning near my house. So let's just go back to that in a second. So this is Chicago again. There is lightning. This was this is in DuPage County. This is with that first cell that fired. I don't need precipitation to whatever. So yeah, this cell has some lightning. This is basically in the exact same area as the first cell me and Joey chased on July 12th, except this thing is much, much weaker. So think of what that cell did on July 12th. It went like this, like this, like this, turned right, put the massive EF1 near Midway. That's basically what that storm did. This is basically doing the same thing, except there's no tornado with it. But the storm is starting to grow a little bit in size, which is it's not concerning, which is a good thing. There's several showers that are popping up because of this outflow boundary that's coming. There's also another shower popping up to the west of Caneville. We can actually get a good live view of that. Let's get a good view. We gotta get a view of this. So yeah, this. Oh my, jeez. Okay. So yeah, this is outside my window here. This is off looking to the west. That is that shower. That was that shower I was talking about. That's just to the west of Caneville. Am I on? Yes, I am. This is not a field trip outside. You're just looking out there. No, but this is the shower I was talking about west of Caneville. That's forming right now. This is moving directly toward Batavia, North Aurora, and all that area. Obviously, I'll keep watching the Wisconsin cell. If that thing goes tornado 1, we'll go back to the radar. But we'll stick with this one for a while because that is a pretty interesting view. But yeah, so it's a small shower that has just popped up on radar. It's nothing to worry about. It just has a pretty good structure with it. So yeah, it is moving to the. To me, looking at it from the screen, looks to be moving northeast. No, but this tree is in the way. Sometimes I wish we cut down this tree. But there's no rotation with it. If anybody was even thinking about asking that, it would. That lightning? No. Okay, but either way, there's no rotation with this because this is just a shower that has popped up. It's basically nothing. Has not gained any strength since the last radar scan. It's not tornado warned. Wait, what's tornado warned? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go. We'll leave this shot up. We'll leave the shot up. We'll talk about the tornado warning. This is just along the Illinois-Wisconsin border, so we got to watch this. Because remember, I got to watch everything in northern Illinois. So this is a tornado-warned storm for the towns of Benton, Elk Grove, Platteville, Belmont, Shullsburg, Cuba City, Hazel Green. This is in Wisconsin. Far southwestern Wisconsin, moving into Illinois. This is going to be east of Dubuque. This will cross into Illinois near the town of Warren. Illinois is where this thing will be crossing. But you're not looking at that. You're looking at a shower that has popped up to my west. It's pretty good cloud structure. That's why I'm even showing it. We might as well just go back to the radar and talk about the Wisconsin cell because that is moving right into Illinois. We may get a view of it eventually, but the tree on your right will probably block everything, so I wouldn't guarantee that. Don't worry, I'll close that shade here in a second. Okay. Hopefully did I change the camera? Okay, no. So, we're back here looking at the screen. Tornado warning's not even in the box. But there's your tornado warning. We got to pull up velocity. Thank you guys for telling me, otherwise I would have not even paid attention to that. But this tornado warned storm is for far southwestern Wisconsin, near the town of east of Dubuque. Again, this I said will cross near the town of Warren. But there is your rotation signature right there. That is a pretty strong couplet for being this far away from the Quad City radar. So, sorry, I'm plugging my phone in. No, but this is your rotation. These are not going to be big tornadoes, but your rotation is practically right there. Don't mind the messy circle. If we take correlation coefficient here for a second, yeah, there's probably a tornado on the ground. That is probably a tornado on the ground just based on what the the velocity was showing, and it kind of just went away. But that's probably a tornado on the ground right there. It's not a deep CC drop. As you know, we've seen a couple of those on this program, unfortunately. But that is not a deep CC drop. There's probably not even a lot of things. The only things that are out here is trees. But either way, this thing does have a pretty strong velocity couplet. Actually, let's read the warning, because that's always a good thing to do. This tornado warning expires at 7:45. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Platteville, moving southeast at 25. Tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter is possible, and this is radar indicated rotation. So we'll stick with this. We'll take just a very quick break, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back here. Just had to quickly go do something. So once again, we're still with this tornado warned storm in far southwestern Wisconsin that will be moving into far northern Illinois, far northwestern Illinois. This tornado warning is until 7:45 and includes the towns of Elk Grove. It includes Hazel Green, Cuba City, Benson, Shoalsburg, Belmont, and Plattsville. We've been saying Plattsville and Belmont for a while here. Again, this is moving southeast at 25. Rotation, it's starting to broaden out, so it's honestly not as strong as it just was a couple minutes ago. But there is your rotation right there. Obviously, I thought that storm out. I thought that thing right behind me was doing something interesting. I thought I just heard some thunder, but it was not. But either way, Elk Grove, tornado shelters, if you know somebody there. Shoalsburg, same thing. Eventually, this, again, like I said, this will be moving directly toward the Illinois border near the town of Warren. Let me zoom out. So yeah, actually, this may move west of Warren near the town of Nora. Okay, so yeah, this is moving, again, southeast. It's headed for the town of Shoalsburg. Now, the rotation is starting to broaden out a little bit. It's not as powerful as it just was a couple minutes ago. Hopefully, it continues to downtrend, especially as it moves into Illinois. Or if you're like me, you want it to uptrend and have a catastrophic tornado event, but we don't talk about that. But either way, this is obviously closing the distance between the Illinois and Wisconsin border rather quickly. This is still west of Rockford, east of Dubuque. It's closer to Dubuque than anything else. This will, if you know somebody in Freeport, you might want to get this on their radar, as it is the cell itself, the supercell itself, is moving toward Freeport. However, the tornado rotation, it's for the time being, looks like it'll go right for the town of Stockton. So if you know somebody in between Freeport and Stockton, tell them that if you know somebody there, tell them that the rotation is possibly going to go right between Stockton and Freeport, most likely for the town of Lena. Yeah, so again, if you know somebody in this area, just tell them. We still got to watch it. This is still about 15 miles from the Illinois border. This is obviously it's again, like I said, it's isolated, but it is starting to merge in with the cell to the west, which is also might be starting to form a little bit of rotation there. But since this is a cell merger, cell merger, it has the possibility of becoming a little bit stronger. Usually that happens. Or if this thing takes a hard right turn. If it takes a hard right turn, we're gonna have even more problems. But yeah, there could be a possible tornado on the ground in southwestern Wisconsin. Oh yeah, there's a tornado. Tornado on the ground near the town of Elk Grove. Let me make sure the velocity is correct, but that looks to be a CC drop right there. No, it's not. The CC drop would be right there, and that's the newest scan. The CC drop is just to its south. I do not know what that is, just below that circle. So that is not okay. So it's for the time being, it's not a tornado warning, or excuse me, it's not a confirmed tornado. So for the time being, it's not. So hopefully that stays the case. But that rotation is starting to become a little bit tighter. It's not becoming stronger. It's just becoming a little bit tighter up. It's not gaining any winds, which is probably a good thing. So the rotation, as you can see, the inflow is coming in here. The outflow is going in there. The rotation is right in there. But once again, I mean, this thing, it's definitely going to be rain wrapped, so it's going to be really hard to see. Luckily, there's still a little bit of daylight that's going to happen, so you still have a good amount of time to see it or see at least the rain before it clobbers you. But again, this is moving towards Shoalsburg. There's no other tornado warning within reasonable distance of Illinois to talk about, as far as I know. In fact, this is probably the only tornado warning within at least a close proximity to Illinois, yeah. And then you also have the stuff up in the great country of Canada. Nobody likes talking about that because it ruins storm chases, but no, we're not talking about that. Okay, so once again, the rotation's still there, south of Belmont, between Belmont and Elk Grove. So it's definitely taking a more southeasterly track than, than what I first originally thought. Looks to me, for the time being, it's moving directly toward the town of Shoalsburg. So if you know somebody, at least near there, tell them that they got a tornado warning storm with a possible tornado headed for them. And then once it passes Shoalsburg, it goes right into Illinois, near the town of Apple River now. Between Apple River and Warren is honestly where this tornado warned storm, or at least where the rotation there, that's honestly where it's going to go, somewhere between there. What is this? Oh, okay, but trying to look at some of the other stuff I'm seeing, but for the time being, there's no tornado on this one. The only tornado I know of that has happened today is the one in Iowa, north of Des Moines. All right, let's talk about the Wisconsin stuff here. There's a cell forming south of Oshkosh. Mesoscale discussion for the Chicagoland area. So, oh yeah, here it is. So this is for the Chicagoland area. This will concern a severe thunderstorm watch. 95% chance of a severe thunderstorm watch in the Chicagoland area. So there's going to be a severe thunderstorm watch, basically the entire Chicagoland area. And once that radio goes off, it's going to be annoying. I expect, so maybe within the next 20 minutes we're going to get a severe thunderstorm watch, and we're going to stick with this. Why is there a TVS near Dubuque? What? I don't see much rotation with that. I don't know why it's showing a TVS. The thing up north should have a TVS on it, but I guess it doesn't. But either way, Oshkosh, let's talk about that. I would say go to Joey, but he's probably still at the air show. Actually, I don't know. He might be chasing. Let me take a look here. Let me see if I could see him on the spotter network. If he is, I'll always ask him. No, he's not. Okay, so he's not. Okay, I don't think he's chasing. It's probably, honestly, by the time if he goes south, that's probably about a half hour. It's near Fond du Lac. I don't think. Even though he did say there would be isolated cells today, it's not looking likely he will chase because it's getting late. It's 7:25 right now currently, and it's Honestly, I've heard that the air show, getting out of there, it's a nightmare. So it's really hard to tell whether or not he's actually going to chase or not. So once again, 95% chance of a severe thunderstorm watch being issued for the Chicagoland area. And we'll stick with the live coverage the entire way through. Once this thing passes, once the thing passes Interstate 294, the entire storm system itself, I will end the stream because honestly, nobody cares about 294 east of Chicago, or excuse me, 294 east. So, once the main part of it goes past the Illinois state border, in all seriousness, when we'll end the stream. Hopefully it's not late, because hopefully I have some water nearby. Oshkosh be like, what does it be like? You got storms to the north and storms to the south, and nothing right directly through it. And I hope Joey's, hopefully he's not bawling his eyes out, but he wouldn't do that. Well, if he watches the stream, I'm dead. Hey, look at this, even Green Bay is showing some rotation. What? There's this, what, okay. Alright, could somebody explain this? What am I looking at? Why is there a diamond-shaped severe thunderstorm warning that stretches from Nora past Dubuque? What is going on here? Am I seeing this right? Okay. There is a special weather statement. Okay, we're gonna figure what's going on with this right now. I told you not. Okay. Bro, what is going on? Okay, anyways, let's, okay, I don't understand this. What is this? Why do we have shine bright like a diamond? Yeah. No, we're definitely closing that. But either way, you're talking about the warning. The Quad Cities, there's something going on here. Like, seriously, who decided to have a severe, okay, what's even the point of issuing a severe thunderstorm warning if you're gonna have it like this? I don't know what they were thinking. I saw this, somebody sent it to me, I'm like, and I saw Galena, I'm like, oh boy, what's going on? And you get a diamond-shaped severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, never seen that before. Either way, Oak Grove tornado shelters, also it's south of Belmont, obviously moving towards Shullsburg. They want everyone to be included. Who's everyone? No, but okay, this is a first, having a really weird, this is the first really weird severe thunderstorm warning box we've had on this stream. I've seen several weird ones, just not, excuse that. And it is a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, yeah, Chicago has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. We're gonna wait and see where they issue it. Don't mind what that was. That was my weather radio. I told you people, calm down. And what is that? Okay, there may be some rotation forming there. National Weather Service in Chicago has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. I do not see it on the map right now. That tannish box is a special weather statement talking about the cells to the east of Chicago. Weather radio, it's about, I got mine $40 at Walmart. It's not that expensive. But National Weather Service, like I said, has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. It probably is with that really weird box-shaped one, but it did say K-Lot, which is Chicago, and Chicago, I know, is smart enough not to do that. I don't even know where they'd issue a severe thunderstorm warning, unless this thing decided to strengthen at the last second. Yeah, that thing still has strong rotation up to the north. Unless one of these cells may turn into mini supercells, just to be honest. What do you want? Okay, it's not as oh, it is Northwest Illinois? Yeah, but Chicago doesn't go that far. Oh, no, severe thunderstorm warning for Wheaton. Yeah, that first cell that fired, the severe thunderstorm warning for Wheaton, Naperville, Warrenville, Lombard, Downers Grove, Darien, Woodbridge, Willowbrook. This cell quickly fired. That definitely was not what I was expecting. Severe thunderstorm warning for central DuPage County until 8 o'clock, so within the next half hour. This is a slow-moving cell. Severe thunderstorm was located over Warrenville or over Naperville, moving east at 10. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and half-dollar-sized hail has been indicated by radar. So there's that. Severe thunderstorm warning. The first one for the Chicagoland area for the actual day, because we don't count last night, but severe thunderstorm warning for Naperville, Warrenville, Wheaton, Lombard, Downers Grove, Woodridge, Darien. If you know somebody and the severe thunderstorm watch has just been issued, I might want to go get ready and turn that warning off. Yeah, we gotta watch the Wisconsin storm, because that storm is honestly getting pretty strong. That weather radio, once it ever decides to go off, shine bright like a really. Gonna do this shine bright like a diamond joke the entire night. Please help me, God. Okay, but this storm is definitely rotating up near Shoalsburg. Like I said, it's moving into northern Illinois. That was the severe thunderstorm watch thing. So yeah, the Chicagoland area is now under severe thunderstorm watch. This is until 2 a.m. Exactly what I thought would happen. 2 a.m., like I said, severe threat between 9 and 2 a.m. So now we're going to have to start getting pretty serious here. So no joking around in the chat, please. But either way, that is a pretty strong rotation. Where is this radar coming out of? Quad Cities, okay. So Elk Grove, tornado, possible tornado warning. Or not possible tornado warning, possible tornado. Excuse me. This is moving southeast, headed for the town of Shoalsburg. The rotation has definitely come down, which is good. Some of the other radars that are a little bit further away have been showing some pretty good rotation, but the Quad Cities is the closest, and it's honestly showing some weaker rotation, which is good. So yeah, once again, we're pretty much all over the place. So we'll talk about pretty much everything. So to start, severe thunderstorm watch for the entire Chicagoland area until 2 a.m. Severe thunderstorm watch for the entire Chicagoland area until 2 a.m. It has the damaging winds, hail, possible couple tornadoes. In fact, I might be wrong here, but it took them 10 minutes. It took them. Really? No, but seriously, it took them 10 minutes to. Okay, thank you. It took them 10 minutes to issue between the mesoscale discussion and the severe thunderstorm watch. Let's go north. Let's talk about the stuff in Wisconsin. Joey, he's still. There's honest. Let's take Green Bay radar here. There could be some rotation right here near La Crosse. Wait a minute. The rotation near La Crosse. It's honestly a little bit too far west for him to chase, but yeah, never mind. Okay, Green Bay's just having some weird radar days. But the weirdest thing is definitely that thing near Dubuque. That severe thunderstorm warning, I don't know what they were thinking. Seriously, that's something to laugh over. But either way, severe thunderstorm warning once again for DuPage County. This is until 8 o'clock. The entire Chicagoland area is under severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. Dubuque, once again, tornado warning, tornado shelters if you know somebody there. This is out of Chicago. Why does the rotation look like it's now anticyclonic? We do not need anticyclonic stuff on our hands, people. No, but let's take Quad Cities again. Either way, there's one more look at this ridiculous mess here. I don't know. Whoever issued this, I don't know what to think of this. But either way, that is strange. I've seen ones where they're like barely connected. Like you got one area that has a severe thunderstorm warning, got another area that has a severe thunderstorm warning. There's like a really thin line that connects to both. I have seen that several times. I have not seen a diamond-shaped severe thunderstorm warning. Moving on. If I dwell on that too long, okay. This could be some possible broad rotation on this stuff up here. Once again, on the Elk Grove monster storm. I hear thunder, that's for sure. But either way, there is definitely some. It's either broad or it's starting to bow out. But there's still very, very weak rotation. that out of there. Very weak rotation. If this thing decides to spin up, it'll head right into Shoalsburg and then cross the state line right near the town of Apple River. Again, the only tornado warned storm anywhere near Illinois. Well, who knows? We may be getting some more later this evening. I am not sure why there's still a TVS south of Dubuque. There's either there. I don't know. There's definitely not rotation, that's for sure. But so yeah, there's a now severe thunderstorm warning for the northwestern county of Illinois. That would be Joe Daviess County. So yeah, Joe Daviess County has a severe thunderstorm warning along with Stevenson County. Yes, Stevenson and Joe Daviess County both have severe thunderstorm warnings. One of them, actually both of them, being in that diamond-shaped crap. But I am going to get canceled for that. The Quad Cities. What is going on here? Okay, at least this storm is severe thunderstorm warned east of Waterloo. Either that is some weird radar, whatever, or that's pretty strong rotation. But from where the radar is looking, yeah, I'm not too sure. There's probably some rotation with it, but it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be definitely strong. Let's hope. But either way, SPC. Oh, I'm sorry. The SPC does not issue their next outlook until 8 o'clock. So I've been waiting for that. I'm like, where is it? And I don't see anything. But I now know why. So yeah, once again, we got a couple cells forming. Is it? No. No, but okay. So yeah, let's take Chicago radar here once again. And then we'll go up north, talk about that better not be some rotation. There's also now a flood watch issue for the Chicagoland area until 3 a.m. The witches hour. Ooh. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, severe thunderstorm warning again until 8 o'clock for DuPage County. This thing is slow moving. It has 60-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar size hail. This is also a storm that is possibly producing hail approaching Elburn. There's also another one near Wayne. This thing has 1.5-inch diameter hail, so I would not be surprised if that storm off to my west will be severe thunderstorm warned as well. The one near Wayne honestly looks a little bit stronger. 1-inch hail. The threshold for severe thunderstorm warnings in terms of hail is 1 inch. So these two should be severe thunderstorm warned. What am I hearing? I don't know what I'm hearing, but whatever I'm hearing, it's probably thunder. But either way, there's still 3 pretty strong cells in Chicagoland area. They're all within relatively close distance of each other. Either I hear wind or I don't know what I'm hearing. No, but there's 3 cells within relatively close distance of each other. And wait, who's ran? Yeah, barely. No, but there's 3 cells within very, very close range of each other. This one off to the west has 1.25-inch hail indicated with it. The one to the north in Wayne has 1 inch. And then, like I said, the threshold for severe thunderstorms is, and they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Oh boy. Get ready for really loud sounds coming out of your speaker. So you might want to turn it down now because it's going to be loud for me in a second. Because I believe they just issued a severe... There you go. See what I mean? I called it. So yeah, once again, severe thunderstorm warning. This is for the DeKalb County, or the Elburn cell, 1.25-inch hail with this moving to the northeast. These are both slow-moving cells. You're asking when it's going to rain? You're in Elburn. I know it. No, but seriously, I know who it is, and I know he lives in Elburn. But severe thunderstorm warning for Elburn, 1.25-inch hail. Moving to the northeast. This is a very slow-moving cell. It's either that or the Wayne storm. I just get a notification. It did say that severe thunderstorm warning for my location, even though sometimes it thinks I'm in Oklahoma City. Oh yeah, okay, maybe they had it for both cells. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning for both cells here. This one will go until 8:15. Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah, 8:15. Severe thunderstorm. 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. One near Wayne, one near Elburn. These are both slowly moving off to the east. Actually, all 3 of these are slowly moving off to the east. Until 8:15. I don't know what you're talking about. It should be right to your south. But either way, so yeah, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings in the Chicagoland area. That came out of nowhere, honestly. I was expecting the severe stuff to be later on tonight, but I guess I'm wrong. But, I mean, 1.2, okay, so let's see what this warning says. It includes Cook, DuPage, and Kane counties until 8:15. 7:37 p.m., 2 severe thunderstorms were located near Valley View and near Elber, moving east at 10. 60-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar-sized hail has been reported, and that is also radar indicated. Velocity, it's probably not worth looking at it. Probably not any rotation. It's probably none. But again, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in the Chicagoland area. Yeah, it's basically north of 88. Well, yeah, you probably are going to be in one later. These things, do not let this fool you, and stop distracting me, because I almost said do not let me dox you. Do not let this fool you, but those are not velocity, or those are not tornado hooks or hook echoes you see on radar, because as you can see, velocity is not really showing much. Poor Chicago getting some nice severe weather. Really? Okay. Yeah, that's going to be the first round of 2 that we're going to get. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, this okay. I just got this thing. I just brought my attention to the thing that's now approaching Cedar Rapids. This thing is a QLCS line, or it's actually, a squall line that is starting to form. This is a QLCS line that is starting to form northwest of Cedar Rapids. This thing may start to form into, I'm not going to say the D word, derecho. Actually, I just did. But this is starting to form characteristics of a possible derecho that's going to come through the Chicagoland area tonight. You also got those cells up to the north. This one, for the time being, does not look like it has any rotation with it. Hopefully that stays the case. And yeah, I believe the rotation has come down on this storm. The tornado warning storm from earlier. Storm's northwest going to hit us. Yes. That's why they issued the severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. Because honestly, the storms are slower moving. I'm not saying they're slow. What? Funnel cloud? I hope you're joking. Hopefully you're talking about the. Hopefully you're talking about the stuff to the west where they had the tornado warnings earlier, but I'm looking outside right now. I don't have funnel cloud. Unless storms over here. Funnel cloud over Carroll Stream? You gotta be kidding. There's no way. Okay. There's not really anywhere. Okay, where are you hearing this? Where are you, Liam? Where are you hearing this? Because I don't see anything of a funnel cloud over Carroll Stream. Because velocity's not showing anything. Reflectivity's where? Because I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing a thing. Unless I pull it up somewhere else. But yeah, I don't see much at all. There's definitely not any. Because I'm zoomed. Oh, you said Carroll Stream. Yeah, but I don't see any rotation with that thing. All right, please do, so I can see what you're talking about. Oh yeah, he's not lying. There was a funnel cloud reported in Carroll Stream. Are you joking? You gotta be kidding. So yeah, funnel cloud reported over Carroll Stream, which is basically where I was 2 weeks ago with Joey. So yeah, funnel cloud over Carroll Stream. So if you know somebody that's in Carroll, if you know somebody in Bloomingdale, Glendale Heights, Itasca, Wooddale, tell them, yeah, there it is. I was right there 2 weeks ago. Route 64, and I believe Gary Avenue? No, that's not Gary Avenue. What's that road? Yeah, Barrington Road, I think. So it's okay. They got a funnel cloud report, but I don't see any rotation. I don't know what they're seeing. But their funnel cloud reported just to the west of Carroll Stream. Let's actually read what this says. This was reported 4 minutes ago. Brief cone 1 mile south of Wheaton Bible Church, 3 miles north of Winfield. No damage was caused. Funnel lasted about 45 seconds. Okay. All right, thank you for telling me that, because I didn't see that until you said something. Let me just make... Now I gotta spread this word. Like, really? So yeah, funnel cloud reported in Carroll Stream. This most likely will not go tornado warning because there's no rotation on it. Hopefully what they saw was not funnel cloud. Maybe they got it a little bit mistaken, hopefully. But who knows? Okay, but so yeah, severe thunderstorm again. 2 severe thunderstorm warnings for the Chicagoland area. One of them has a reported rotating funnel cloud right over the west side of Carroll Stream, even though the velocity is not even showing anything. 2 cells with severe thunderstorm, 3 cells with severe thunderstorm status. 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. And already one of them has reported of a rotating funnel cloud. Actually, all funnel clouds rotate, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that was Carroll Stream. This is north of Wheaton. Once again, velocity, we're going to stick with this because now we got to watch this Chicago stuff. Because apparently we can get some brief spin up funnels in here. But I'm looking at velocity right now. There's not really much I'm looking at. I don't really see much. Everything's either stacked to top of each other or it's just all radar clutter because I can barely see anything. I mean, we can always look back. We can always go back to. Seriously, I don't believe that. I don't believe that there was rotation reported with that. So I mean, we can always replay the radar here. We can always go back to 740. But yeah, it was reported right here. Okay, it's not coming from Chicago radar. That's honestly what it would look like. That's coming out of Chicago, but it might have been some brief cold air funnel or whatever. It's definitely not something that would reach the ground. But either way, there's probably either that was mistaken or something, because I don't believe that. Because these storms right now shouldn't have any characteristics of rotating cloud structure. Hopefully not. Otherwise, we're gonna have problems here. I'll start screaming like a girl, like I did back on July 12th. And this time it will be much better quality. And why? What is that? It could be some possible rotation forming near West Chicago. If that thing decides to get itself together, we could be seeing some serious problems. Like I said a million times in the last live stream, this is a major metropolitan area, and having this is not good. Excuse me. Hopefully that stays the case. If Chicago does decide to issue tornado warning, we're gonna have to go all over on this. I mean, if Joey did decide to stay here, we might have been able to chase this. It wasn't that. It's not too bad. The cloud structure itself is... cloud structure's not that bad, actually. But you probably wouldn't see that funnel cloud at all. It's rain, right? All this is rain. What just happened here? All this is rain. There's no way that you could have easily seen that, unless it was like right on top of you. But so yeah, those cells have congealed to one line there. The one off to the west is about to merge in. Again, that is not a hook. That is not a velocity hook, because if we look at velocity, or excuse me, rotation, and I look at it, it could start to form something. If it does, it's headed right for my grandma's house. Oh my god, we're repeating July 12 all over again. What is going on? July 12 part 2, and except this time I get to experience it from the comfort of my desk. And that could have easily gone the other... it could have easily gone the other way on July 12, but luckily it did not. So yeah, now we got to watch the stuff out to the west. Stuff off to the west, we're going to have major problems tonight. You're going to have damaging winds, large hail, possibly a couple tornadoes. We've already had one reported funnel cloud. July 12th, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Ooh. So yeah, the cell right now is the main line, as you can see on the left side of your screen. That is approaching Cedar Rapids. This thing is honestly starting to move a little bit faster than I'd like. It is finally, it looks like it is going to start to catch up to the supercell, or the supercells, I should say. Looks like it's going to start to catch up to those pretty quickly here. But looking up to the north, Joey, it's really hard to tell. I mean, sunset time, Oshkosh is basically due north of me. It's honestly not... Honestly, if he were to chase, I mean, it's fine. It's his personal preference. I don't mind it. But honestly, it's starting to obviously become dark out. And probably off to the west, it's already really dark, so you're not going to be able to see much. But let's take it out of La Crosse radar here for a second. So yeah, we'll talk about 8:15. That's probably an updated warning. Yeah, but honestly, by the time it gets to Oshkosh, it's not gonna be anything. So, or it's gonna be dark. So maybe he'll get some good lightning strikes. Hopefully, because honestly, doing that is always fun, especially when you're up at 3 a.m. in the freaking morning. And a new tornado warning has been issued south of Dubuque. That was a perfect segue. Tornado warning for Dubuque. This also includes parts of Illinois. This is straddling the Mississippi River. Most of it is Did they just issue another severe thunderstorm warning? No, they continued it. Okay. No, but it's tornado warning south of Dubuque. This does include the town of Bellevue, Illinois. Rotation is basically right on the northern part of that box there. Rotation, yeah. This definitely has some definite broad rotation. I hear thunder outside. Right? Oh, geez. Whoa! Just had a huge CG strike come right outside my window. Tornado possible, severe headed my way. Great. Whoa! Yeah, I just had a really bright CG, or negative lightning strike just to my west. I'm getting told that we may have a tornado warned severe thunderstorm. I don't know. Somebody told me this, but dang it. Somebody told me this. They said it's headed my way. I don't... It's what? Let me read what they said. It says here, tornado possible, severe thunderstorm warning headed my way. In fact, there is rotation over Geneva. If you know somebody in Geneva, tell them they got to get underground. Geneva, St. Charles. There's possible rotation right there. That is definitely rotation. If you know somebody, it's also going into Wayne. If you know somebody in this area, it's going to head for Carroll Stream as well. If you know somebody in this area, tell them there's possible rotation forming to my north. Oh boy, I can't see it. There's hail falling outside. Yeah, there is hail outside my window right now. We're gonna take a... Okay. Yeah, we got major problems. St. Charles, Geneva, tornado shelters. That's gonna be a tornado warning here. Oh boy. There is hail falling outside. Yeah, I got hail outside my window right now. I can easily see it. Yeah, but the rotation that I'm talking about in Geneva is just to my north. You can't, it's just outside the view of this window, so you can't see it. But there is definitely hail falling outside my house right now. If you know somebody in St. Charles, tell them you gotta get into shelter, because there's possible rotation forming right to the west of St. Charles. You can probably see the hail. You probably can even... Yeah, you can hear it. There is hail falling. But St. Charles, you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them it's headed right through the downtown part of St. Charles here. It's headed right for south of Wayne. Headed right through downtown St. Charles, and eventually go Wayne, Hanover Park, Roselle. Yeah, it's to my north. I can't see it. It's gonna be rain wrapped. I'm not gonna see it, but there is definitely rotation to my north. If you know somebody at St. Charles, tell them to get underground. You got a possible. You obviously got rotation headed. It's west of Geneva. It's right along Randall Road. Honestly, I'm gonna go look out one of my windows to the east, see if I can see something. Oh, just keep this shot. There's rain and hail falling. Yeah, I could sort of see some. I could sort of see something rotating out to my east. But once again, this hail, you could. It is rotated. It's to my north, directly to my north. Actually, it's headed right into St. Charles. There's no CC drop yet, but the National Weather Service will most likely start. They're most likely getting ready to issue a tornado warning. They're most likely getting ready to issue a tornado warning here because it is definitely. Oh my god, really? So yeah, if you know somebody between St. Charles and Geneva, tell them they gotta get ready because that thing is funnel cloud on. Okay, if you could put a link in the chat, please, so I could see it. So yeah, somebody has a video of the funnel cloud. Either it was the Carol Stream one or they're talking about this thing in Geneva. Really, you guys are funny. No, but seriously, if you know somebody, Geneva and St. Charles, tell them you gotta get into shelter. Seriously, you got. Yeah, this thing. There might be starting to be a lowering to my west, honestly. These trees are in the way, so I can't really see much. But okay, so the rotation going right into St. Charles and Geneva is definitely weakening. There's definitely still rotation there, right in Geneva. It's basically weak right now. It's weakening, that's for sure, which is good. But there is still definitely rotation directly west of Geneva, right along Route 38 east of Randall Road. If you know somebody there, you got to get them into shelter. This is, again, as I said many times before, the major metropolitan area. It's headed right into downtown St. Charles, downtown Geneva. If you know somebody in that area, you got to get them into shelter. I don't know. These trees are in the way. I can't tell if between the two trees there looks to be a low hanging cloud, but on velocity I don't see much. And looking directly to my what I'm looking at's near Route 47 and 88. I don't really see much. There's still a lot of hail falling, so I'm definitely not going out there. Even though it is small hail, I'm not getting a massive massive dent through my head. That's for sure. All right, somebody has sent me this video of the funnel cloud. So obviously it was confirmed. If I can get this stupid thing to work. So yeah, the rotation in Geneva honestly now starts to look like it's starting to re-strengthen a little bit. It's either that or something. But yeah, there has so. Oh my goodness. Somebody has okay. There's a really nice picture of an anvil cloud, which is pretty much for the storm. So this thing is way over 60,000 feet. It's at 60,000 feet because that's when it starts to anvil out. But either way, that is it's gnarly right now. But this is definitely not what we have to worry about because the stuff we have to worry about tonight is going to be even worse. But either way, if you know somebody, especially in Geneva and St. Charles, downtown Geneva and downtown St. Charles, you got to tell them to get ready because there's still possible rotation. It's probably crossed the Fox River by now. SBC now has their new enhanced risk with a still 2 tornado, 15 wind, hail threat for Chicago. And it's basically the exact same as the last outlook. But either way, we got major problems in Geneva. I still cannot tell whether or not between the two trees there's a lowering. I'm going to actually go look at one of my other windows. Actually, give me a second. Okay. Quarter-sized hail in Wheaton near College Avenue at the metro station. So there's that. There could also be something forming near Winfield. We're going to take radar because there's not really much to see, but hang on a second. I'm going to look out one of my other windows facing west, see if I can get a good view of between those two trees. Alright, so that thing is not a lowering. It's just a really gnarly, actually, it's hard to really tell, honestly. Somebody, okay, got another video link here, see what this shows. No, but it looks to be a wall cloud to my west between the two trees. I'm going to try and get out there because, well, I might want to put something over my head because that is hail. There is still a good amount of hail falling, but there is possibly something forming in, okay, 93-mile-an-hour wind gusts reported in Iowa. And I do have a video of I think I do have the video of the funnel cloud. No, but yes, okay, yeah, I have a video of the funnel cloud. All right. So yeah, funnel cloud. I have the thing from Carroll Stream. It's obviously not strong. It's not big either. But there's a lowering to my west. Lowering, it's not strong. It doesn't look like it'll do much either way, but velocity's not really showing much. But Geneva, still rotation headed right over. So if you know somebody there, you gotta get them into shelter. But I'm looking, okay, between the two trees, there is some sort of lowering. I looked out one of my other windows. It looks to be a lowering, not too far low, but it's right between the two trees. It looks to be near the 47-88 interchange. I don't see anything on velocity yet, but it does look to be a little bit of a lowering. It's hard to tell because of how these trees are. Yeah, there could seriously be something forming off to my west. Yeah, there could be, there. I just don't have a better view of this. Yeah, I can hear hail falling. So yeah, there's definitely some rotation forming to my west. It's just really hard to tell because of all those the trees that are blocking, and also there's a lot of hail. So I'm definitely not gonna go out there and look at it because, yeah, I don't need a head injury, that's for sure. But there is. Hang on a second. I don't know. There may be a funnel forming to my west. Just don't see anything on velocity though. Oh, they added a 30 sig wind. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go look at this. Probably give me another 20 minutes. We'll leave this live shot up, but if anything does start to show up, I will come back and jump in. But we will stick with this live shot for a while. Alright, so I did go out there. There is a funnel cloud forming. I just don't see it on... I just do not see it on velocity, which is weird. Probably cold air funnel. So, yeah, if you know somebody in Elburn, you got to tell them to get ready, because there could be possible... right over Elburn, and I just lost the radar. Alright. Yeah, we got problems. Yeah, there's still rotation over Geneva, south of Elburn as well. Still no tornado warning with this one though. Probably won't be, but it's a very weak funnel. You can see it. I zoom in. I can't move it. Like right between. I could easily see it from here. But it's hard. I can't just zoom in on it unless I can figure out another way here. Okay. Zoom in there. It's basically going to be right in there. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see. I can't really get that. But there is definitely a funnel cloud possibly forming south of Elburn. I just don't see it on velocity, which is weird. But yeah, the Carroll Stream funnel was confirmed. There is a video of it. So there's that. Yeah, there's definitely a wall cloud or something in there. So if you know somebody in Elburn, you got to tell them to get ready. Got pretty good lightning. So just keep watching this. I'll definitely keep watching what I'm looking at to the west. It's probably either a wall cloud or something, but definitely keep watching that. And if I have to jump back in here, I will. Should go back to full coverage here in just a couple minutes. All right. This chase is on foot now. Oh my God. Rotation right over Elburn. It's May 25th, 2022 all over again. If you're in Elburn, if you or somebody you know is in Elburn, tell them to get underground. There's rotation going right over Elburn. Nah, this is unbelievable. My God, right there, that's gonna produce a tornado right in front of me. That thing is rotating. If you or somebody you know is in Elburn, tell them to get underground now. We're gonna stick with the shot. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna stick with the shot as long as we can. There's a funnel forming right there. Oh, God. Funnel cloud, there's a funnel cloud right there. If you're in Elburn, get into shelter. We got major problems. We got a funnel cloud. Oh my God. Elburn, get into shelter, please. This is terrible. This is not good. Hang on. I am shaking. I don't need another strike killing me. There's funnel clouds coming out of this storm. This is horrible. This is not good. This is like 5 miles to my west. Got funnel clouds coming out of the storm left and right. Got lightning flashing all over me. There are 2 areas. There's 2 areas right there. Oh my goodness. If you or somebody you know is in Elburn, you got to get them into shelter, please. I'm telling you, it's not tornado warning. There's rotation with this. I could see it rotating right in front of me. Oh my good God. Seriously, if you know somebody, I got lightning flashing all over me. If you or somebody you know is in Elburn, God, please get them into shelter. There's another funnel cloud. There's funnel clouds coming out of this. Dear God. Seriously, you got to get into shelter now. If you're in Elburn, if you know somebody, I got lightning all over me. Dear God, please keep all these people safe. Come on. It's a flash flood warning for Chicago or Kane County. You gotta get them into shelter. There's no way. There may be another lowering to my right there. There may be another lowering. Yeah, look at that. We got serious problems here. We got funnel clouds coming out of this left and right. Seriously, if you know somebody, got a lightning bolt with my head's name on it in a blink of an eye. Seriously, if you know somebody, you gotta get them into shelter. You got funnel clouds coming out of this left and right. In fact, there's another one forming right there. Another one forming. Tornado war. Seriously. Seriously. Rockford rotation, north and south sides. We got funnels, possibly two funnels to my northwest. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh my good God. Oh my goodness. This is a gnarly storm. It's moving out to my north. I'm gonna lose sight of this in a minute. I'm gonna go back in. We're gonna go radar stuff again. But this is directly outside my house. We got funnel clouds everywhere out of this thing. This is not good at all. Boy, oh boy. This is, yeah. This supercell. I was not expecting something out of this. The later stuff is going to be worse. Again, if you know somebody, please, if you know somebody in Elburn, or at least to the north, I gotta pull up radar here. We're gonna stick with the shot as long as we can here. I swear, if you know somebody in Elburn, please get them in. Please get them. Elburn or places to the east. All right, I got another funnel. don't really see much rotation with this, so we'll probably go back inside. No, rotation east of Elburn. I'm looking directly at it. That's the rotation. Due east of Elburn. Right there. In fact, I probably got a better view of it from my window, so we're gonna go back in. This is a gnarly, gnarly storm. We're gonna go back in here in a second. Seriously, if you know somebody east of Elburn, if you know somebody, tornado shelters, rotation east of Elburn. If you know somebody, you got to get them into shelter now. This is terrible. Right outside my house. I cannot believe this. Severe thunderstorm warning for DeKalb County until 9:15. We're just gonna go on up and down the line. This is your east sides of Elburn, Blackberry Creek, that neighborhood. I'm way too familiar with that. If you know somebody, get them into shelter now. You gotta get to shelter. For one, it's humid. Two, I'm tired. If you know somebody in Elburn, tornado shelters now. You gotta get people into shelter. This thing is rotating. There's rotation east of Elburn. You're looking right at it. You're looking at it 3 miles to my northwest. This is going due north to me. It's right there. It's right there moving north. Seriously, if you know somebody in St. Charles tornado shelters. It's not a tornado warning, but it's rotating. You gotta get them into shelter. You're looking right at the rotation on the right side of your screen. Seriously, this is the worst case scenario. It's getting late. You're not going to see this if it touches down. If you know somebody in Elburn, you got to get them into shelter. Oh my God. If you know somebody in Elburn, you got to get them. Get them there and get them there now. This is not good. Not good for Elburn. Or not good for areas east of Elburn, I should say. That lightning almost got me out there. That could have been bad. Rotation up near Rockford. We're going to talk about that and keep the live shot going. Rotation near Rockford, south sides of Rockford, also near the town of Harrison. These storms may go tornado warned, but honestly, the worst one as of right now is the one just on your screen. That is rotation to my northwest by about 3 miles. This is right along Fabian Parkway, Kesslinger Road. It's approaching Randall Road. Please, you got to get into shelter. This is bad. If you know somebody east of Elburn, going towards St. Charles and Geneva and Wayne, tell them they got to get to shelter now. That is a strong couplet for Chicago. It's not tornado warned, but you don't take chances. It's wrapping itself. It's gonna come down right here. It's getting late. I can't see it much. Dear God. Oh no, this is bad. All right. This is east of Elburn. It's paralleling Caneville Road. It's at Kesslinger. It's at Peck Road. You can see it rotating on my stream. But seriously, if you know somebody in this stream, or if you know somebody in Geneva and St. Charles, again, get them into shelter. We got another rotation headed right over them. They're not something to mess around with. You can hear the thunder. It's loud. That thing, it's tightening. Just to the right, it's hard to see it now. Ooh, you're only going to see it with lightning now, unless we go to normal camera. We go normal camera there. That is what you're looking at. That is the rotation I'm talking about. I believe that is it. We're going to lose sight of it here in just a minute, actually. I don't know if I can get a good... Yeah, you may not see it much. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna lose sight of this here in a second. Yeah, we're gonna lose sight of this here. But they're strong. I am shaking right now. It is still rotating. It's high base. There is still some rotation just to my north. I think I just lost lost the radar. Hang on. Yeah, we've got serious problems. West sides of Chicago, if you know somebody, tornado shelters, please, seriously. I gotta put this back on. St. Charles, Geneva, tornado shelters, please. We're gonna lose sight of this here in a second, so it's just best to go back here. Yeah, we gotta watch this on radar from here on out. Yeah, that is bad. Again, if you know somebody in Auburn, east sides of Auburn, St. Charles, Geneva, tornado shelters. This is, I got rotation to my north. Just 3 miles to my north. We had it on the stream about 10 minutes ago. It was strong. It did not look good. It looked like it missed Auburn to the east. So if you know somebody, please get them there. Really bad. If you know somebody, I can't stress this enough. It's headed right for St. Charles. I lost the stream for a second. If you know somebody, yeah. It's honestly bowing out a little bit. It's starting to lose its strength. But if you know somebody in Auburn and up north, Rockford, both areas, tornado shelters, you got to get them ready. This. Oh boy. We've had several rotations. They had several funnel clouds right on the stream. Hope somebody was able to report that because I can't. I obviously got to do this. But if you know somebody in St. Charles, I just lost the radar. If you know somebody in St. Charles, tell them, please, 30 hatched wind for Chicago, so we're going to get a good amount of wind here. If anybody, seriously, it's going into St. Charles again. Oops. It's going into St. Charles again. If you, I lost sight of it. I can't see it anymore. But if you know somebody, if you know somebody in St. Charles, Geneva, this is bad. Those are probably funnel clouds, but in the heat of the moment, it's probably cold air funnels. But either way,
hey, there was a big gust of wind in the front.
All right.
That almost knocked the tree down.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Our tree?
Yeah.
All right. My sister just told me a big gust of wind almost knocked our big tree down in front of my house. You got to take this seriously, folks. This is. Hang on. Seriously, people. You got severe thunderstorm warnings left and right. You got a tornado warning south of Dubuque. Embedded within 100-mile-an-hour winds within this. We're gonna call it a derecho now. It's just that time. We could just seriously gotta call it a derecho. It literally has all characteristics of one, and it's moving right for Chicago. If you know somebody, please get them ready. This is not. You don't want to mess around with this, folks. We've had several close calls, really close calls for me. But Auburn, he dodged a bullet. Auburn dodged a bullet. They dodged a big one. Okay. It's time to calm down here for a second because that was ridiculous 10-ish minutes, honestly. But I get it. I scream like Reed Timmer a lot. I apologize for doing that. But all right, let's go north. Let's talk about what Joey's seeing. He has a he told me earlier there was a tornado. There's a storm that was about to go tornado warned up north, west of Oshkosh. Let me see what he said about it. Yeah, this was near the town of Tomah, Wisconsin. I think I have an idea of where this is at. I believe that's near the Dells, Wisconsin Dells, I think. Oh no, it's where 90 and 94 split, so there was a possible tornado there. Near Strong's Prairie, Wisconsin, there's probably a tornado there as well. Strong's Prairie, Wisconsin, I should say. But, once again, oh boy. I hope I have some water in here, because I am drenched in sweat. So, let me, Alright, good, I got water. This fan ain't doing me justice. Yeah, that sound behind you is my fan. I gotta turn it down a little bit. But it's muggy. The storm is it's stalling to my north, it's to my west. So it's moved off for now, but this is not it. We got another line coming through. There's another line that's gonna be worse. So again, if you know somebody, please, tell them it's not over. We got another round coming. We got another round coming. We got a tornado warning storm, parts of Iowa and parts of Illinois as well. But this literally came out of nowhere. The cell didn't even look strong, and all of a sudden it starts putting out funnels left and right. Again, we're not done yet. This is. Thank goodness it's weakening. Thank goodness it's weakening, because this could have been much worse. We could have had a July 12 but worse situation going through here. These cells still have some strength on them. Let's take velocity mode. The rotations come down with that thing in Geneva, or that went just west of my house. That was May 25th all over again. May 25th of 2022. I had almost the exact same thing happen to me. Had a shower-embedded mesocyclone right over Elburn, went north, went tornado warned in Elgin. And this basically is paralleling that. It's moving a little more east, but it basically did the exact same thing. It's pitch black out there pretty much. You're not going to see anything. The rotation's to my north, and I don't have any windows facing to the north, so you're not going to see anything. I do have an east-facing window that has a pretty good view north, but it's you'll look at the back side of it, so you're not going to see much. But holy crap, that was a chaotic 15-20 minutes. But seriously, we're not done yet. We got another round coming. I'm gonna pause the stream here for a second. I think it'll keep going. Oh no, I think I lost it. All right, okay, we're back. I'm sorry about that. I had my phone was blowing up, and I had tried to respond to as many text messages as I can. Multiple funnel clouds in Elburn. Obviously, you saw it on the stream. Obviously not too pronounced, but they were there. Also, Rockford has a few stuff, but we're not done yet. We got another 2 hours to go. Another 2-3 hours. But if you know, seriously, if you know somebody, you got the nasty line coming through right now. I could see like the anvil clouds of it. But that was pretty intense. There could have been a lightning bolt that could have gotten me. Because there was lightning flashing left and right, and there was a really loud thunderclap. Might just get another one. But seriously, if you know, again, we're not done yet. This is the first round. First round of 2. Let's go north. Let's talk about what Joey's got. Again, I believe he's still in Oshkosh. Let's take Green Bay radar. I don't think I see him on the spotter network. No. So I honestly don't know if he's chasing. I mean, but you got this stuff coming off to the west. You got that nice velocity couplet east of that Tomah, where that red dot is. But I don't think it's about to cross 39. If that thing has a tornado on it, it's gonna. gonna be close, but that may go tornado warning soon. He even said that thing will produce a tornado soon. It was close, because they showed me a radar signature from that earlier. Ugh. We may take a couple minute break here because honestly the storm stuff is starting to die off now. And the new warning they issued is not severe thunderstorm warning. We also got stuff up in Rockford, and then what we got. Well, I don't know. Watching that go right over Elburn was horrible. Horrible to see. What is this? Oh, no, not that one. Who's right at the radar site? No, stop. Somebody's right at the radar site. I don't know who that is. Okay, but probably gonna take a couple minute break here because I gotta calm down after what we just saw outside. Go to like 1 minute 45 in the stream or wherever you see me run outside, because that was a ridiculous time. Who knew I'd be storm chasing on foot today? Literally all I had to do was put my shoes on and run outside and get pelted with some hail. But it is pitch black outside. I can't see a thing anymore. Especially with all these screens on, they're shining on the window and I can't see anything. But we're gonna take a couple minute break here. We'll leave this radar up. This thing is gonna freeze for a second, and then we'll come back in just a couple of minutes. Oh. Okay. So okay. I just realized something. I was muted the entire time I was talking. The adrenaline is starting to kick in now, I swear. So the rotation, you probably saw it, you just couldn't hear me saying it. The rotation is definitely past me. We have a tornado on the ground near Andrew, Iowa. We had 118 mile an hour one. Don't tell me to issue another one. Severe thunderstorm warning till it's almost 9 o'clock. Okay, so tornado on the ground near Andrew, Iowa, as of a few minutes ago. 118 mile an hour wind gust near Mount Vernon and Morley, Iowa. We have several severe thunderstorm warnings in the Chicagoland area. You probably saw me go up north, talk about the Wisconsin stuff from Joey and all that. I'm gonna try and get in contact with him. See if he gets anything, but I highly doubt he's gonna be chasing. But because it's so late at night, it's not really worth it. So I seriously got to calm down here because that was what we saw out there earlier. That was ridiculous. I mean, we got lucky. We saw at least 2 or 3 funnels. Definitely nothing that touched down, thankfully, as far as I know. But I mean, tonight we could be seeing a couple tornadoes in the Chicagoland area. There's no denying that. We got another hour or 2 to go. I wish this was the entire thing. I wish this was the last thing because I seriously want to end the stream. It's I don't know. Honestly, the stream, I get it. It gets out to a lot of people. But, I mean, I'm already tired enough. And who knows? I'll obviously update people on social media and all that. So we will end the stream now. I'll make the decision now. We will end the stream because it's... I don't know what just happened. Just watching that stuff go right into Elburn. I don't know what happened. Right before it, I'm like, okay, I want to stream. And then now, all of a sudden, I don't want to. But this is the stuff that just went through here is the first round. We got another round coming right through, so we're gonna. Like I said, we're gonna end the stream. If anything does show up, if a tornado warning does come up in the Chicagoland, I will start another one. But for the time being, I will end the second stream because I don't know, that scarred me, honestly. Seeing all those funnel clouds directly outside my house just changed everything for the stream. So I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you guys stayed safe in this live stream. Probably got good information out of this. But that is it for this stream. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.